Hello, everybody. How are you?
Hey,
What's going on?
how y'all doing?
Welcome back to Turning Pages with Paul and Lesley.
Welcome back.
Hey, so my name's Paul.
And I am Lesley.
And if you've been watching, you already know that. But we just like to let you know who we are. We're so glad to be back with you guys. Hanging out with you again
man.
on another Saturday. We had so much fun last week.
It was uber fun. I laughed all that week.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Into the week. That was fun.
It was a lot of fun. That video was fun to make. And we asked you guys, do you want us to flip it?
Yeah.
Do you want us to flip it? And so that's what we're doing today. We're flipping it. You responded. You all, the page turners.
Yeah.
You responded and you said you wanted us to flip it. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to flip it, and we're going to talk about books that we were surprised that we did not love. Because some of these in this stack, I was really looking forward
me too. I'm looking,
loving it.
Oh, man, I'm looking at these things.
It didn't work out that way. It did not work out that way.
It just didn't.
I mean, man, how do you feel when you read a book, babe, and like you built up this anticipation that it's going to be a really good one, and then you sort of feel let down?
Well, it's for so many reasons.
Okay.
And we'll get into it, but it doesn't feel that great.
Yeah.
Because you're anticipating,
right.
the rave, and it's not. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. But before we get into it, I wanted to let you know that the other day, Lesley took me out of town for my birthday.
Yay!
She took me out of town. My birthday was last Sunday, and she took me out of town.
Happy birthday.
For my birthday. Thank you, babe. And so on the way back home, we stopped at, right outside of town, we stopped at a Dollar Tree.
We sure did.
And I went to the book section. I just wanted to see if we could find some things. And I found this book right here.
You found
called
good
Exadelic.
Wow.
Exadelic.
I love the cover, by the way.
Yeah, really interesting. And you know how I'm drawn by covers.
Yeah.
And this says the world's most powerful AI has awakened to sentience.
Wow.
To sentience and decided you're its worst enemy. So this is about like military AI, and somehow it took on its own personality. And it's going after this guy. And so this is really good. Okay. And then here's another one that I found, and it's called Deep Freeze.
Now I've seen that one.
Yeah, you told me that you had seen. This was hard to see in the light,
I've
but
seen that
there we go.
Yeah,
Deep Freeze. And so this one is, let me see. It was an accident. In the dead of night, and they were plunged into a freezing river. And so what I found out is that this guy wakes up in a hospital, and he's asking questions about everything that's happened, and he gets the feeling that nobody's telling him the truth.
Wow.
And so this book is going to be about that discovery. And both those books are $1.25.
Can't beat it.
At the Dollar Tree.
Can't beat it. Brand new.
Brand new
at the
books.
Goodwill.
Brand new books. Straight from the Dollar Tree. It's fantastic. So,
Good
if you're looking for a great place to find some great books.
And you don't want to spend all that money.
Yeah, $1.25 is really a fantastic price.
It is.
Because we're talking about books that we didn't love. Right. And if you read a book for $1.25 and you didn't love it,
you won't feel shortchanged.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt quite as bad.
Yeah, you won't feel too bad.
Just thought we remind you about going to the Dollar Tree and checking them
Dollar
out.
Tree is
and if you found some really good ones at the Dollar Tree, go ahead and put it down in the comments.
Please let us know. We'd love to know.
Yeah.
So we could be on the lookout.
Yeah, for sure. Didn't you tell me somebody found a really, really good one?
Yes. In the comment section. Oh, I wish I could remember. She just put it. And she said she found a really, really good one. I can't remember the title.
You told
me
it
was a good one. It was a good one. And thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, slipped my mind. Well, let's get to the content for today. Let's go ahead and jump in with both feet. Babe, you want to go ahead and get us started?
I would love to get us started because I really want to talk about these books. It's not that this author is a well-known author, okay? And most of these books, all three of these books are by well-known authors. And so it's not that they can't write. They are prolific writers, okay?
Right.
But in this particular book that I'm going to share, I was so, when I found this one, remember we used to have the book warehouse on 204?
I do.
In Savannah, and it closed during the pandemic, I think.
Right.
Man, that was the place I got our books. You know, we made many trips on Saturdays to that. That would be like an outing for us. And we would just, you know, walk around there for hours and take home 10, 12 books. And we'd only pay like $10.
Yeah.
If that. Sometimes they were 99 cents. Sometimes they were $1.99.
Right.
I think the most expensive book that we bought from there was $2.99.
Okay.
And this one was one of those books. And I was so excited about reading this book by Ruta Sepetys, Salt to the Sea. And let me tell you something. I think this is another World War II about four teenagers, four secrets. It's in the winter of 1945, okay? And let me say this. It is heart-wrenching. But I just think that I am such a Kristen Hanna fan.
Right.
Until reading other historical fiction novels that don't flow like hers. It's throwing me off.
Okay.
But this is a beautifully written book. And don't come for me out there, you all in the community. I am going to reread this book and try to give it another chance. But I DNF'd it. I was pretty much almost done. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe I need to finish it.
Okay.
But it was just a little slow for me. And yeah, I'm going to give her another chance because I have like 3 more books up there by her.
Okay.
And I want to give it another chance because they said she's just as good of a historical fiction writer as Kristen Hanna.
Okay.
So I want to give her a chance. I'm not going to be biased, even though I'm a huge Kristen Hanna fan.
Yes, you are.
I am going to give Ruta Sepetys another chance.
Okay.
Wonderful writer. It just didn't, I couldn't get into it.
Right. And I do want to stop and give a disclaimer here and say that, you know, we're not shading any writer.
Oh, absolutely not.
We're not
we
shading
love all
any
authors.
author, and we don't have anything disrespectful to say about
It's just
any
for
of
us.
these titles.
Yeah, it's
what we're saying
subjective.
is that these books just didn't appeal to us.
Right.
That's
right.
it. All of this is quite subjective. So one of the books we introduced, you might have liked.
Right.
And that's cool. We do want to hear your opinion. We do want to know what you got from it, because maybe you can point something out that we missed.
Right. And help me.
Yeah, help us out.
Yeah.
But
I like to go back and read again.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But we're just saying at this point,
it just didn't do it for me.
We personally just weren't feeling it. And this book is a great example of that. This is one that I thought that I would really, really, really eat up, because I am a fan of the Bourne series.
Okay.
The movies.
Okay.
And this is from the creator of Jason Bourne.
Yeah. Ludlum.
And it's called No, let me see. Kyle Mills.
Oh, okay. Kyle Mills. Okay.
But this. Robert Ludlum. Written by, anyway.
Is it the character is Robert Ludlum?
I don't know. It says Robert Ludlum's, and then it says written by Kyle Mills. Gotcha. It's called The Patriot Attack.
Yeah. It's a Bourne series book.
And I really thought that because I'm a huge fan of the Bourne series,
you are.
Movies, I thought that I would really, really enjoy this book, and I did not finish it. I could not finish it.
What was it? Slow?
Yeah, it was really, really slow.
Wow.
And even the action wasn't.
Okay.
It just wasn't there for me.
Yeah, action packed.
I tried. I tried to read it, and even when it got to where I thought it was going to pick up pace and it was going to be a lot more entertaining and fun to read, and it never made it for me.
And didn't you try to read that twice?
I don't remember if I tried to read it twice or not, but I did. I think I lent this to your mom.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And you know what? I never did ask her what she thought.
I don't think she cared for it either,
She didn't make
Paul.
any remarks, so obviously it didn't hit for her either.
It didn't hit for her either.
This is just one of those books that, just for me, it just didn't tick it didn't check the boxes I
Yeah,
needed it to check.
yeah.
For the type of book that it's supposed to be. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
What could I say?
oh well, you all
Yeah.
asked for this. We're giving it to you
It happens that way
unfiltered.
sometimes. It happens that way sometimes.
It
Yeah.
does. It does. And I think it's not bad. It's not that many books. We've got books all around here that we
Yeah.
haven't read yet, and there may be some more. You
Yeah,
never know.
yeah,
And
yeah.
this one is no exception. This author is amazing. I'm going to say this. I read recently, well, this summer. Was it this summer? No, last summer. I read a book by her that was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I loved it. It's been made into a movie. I think it's already out. In fact, yes, it was in the theaters.
Okay.
Fantastic author. I love the story behind the books. She always usually tells, because it sometimes comes from her real life.
Right.
And she just adapts it and creates characters. But, or something that she's been through or a friend has been through or something. And this one was heavy to
Okay.
me. And I think that's why, and I read this from cover to cover.
Okay.
It touched on a lot, even things that have happened in my own life.
Okay.
And I just think that I think it was so heavy for me until at the end I just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I read the last page,
Yeah.
I was like, no, I don't like it.
Okay.
Not that it wasn't written well. It
Yeah.
just didn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's Colleen Hoover's All Your Perfects.
Okay.
And like I said, I know somebody's out there saying, what? What, Lesley? Yeah, this one, again, I enjoy a good Colleen Hoover book.
Right.
But this one, it was just real heavy for me.
Okay.
And if you've read this one, I'd really love to hear what you thought of it. I really would, because I wouldn't be surprised if you said, oh, that's a book that I love.
Okay.
And I would be okay with that.
Right.
But just, the heaviness of it was just not, it's just not good for my mental health.
Right. I got you. I got
But
got you.
great author. I enjoy her. I love It Ends With Us. That was the book I read last summer.
Okay.
Loved that book. In fact, I have, if you look up there, honey, I have a duo of It Ends With Us, and I need to read It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. So that's probably one that I will get to this summer, because those are pretty old, but hey, better late than never. But yeah, this one was a no.
Okay. Well, I've shared about this one before. So I don't think anyone who has followed us for any length of time would be surprised.
Okay.
This is a book that I picked up from the dollar store.
Oh.
At the Dollar Tree. And you have one too. You have a copy too.
Oh, yes. I haven't read it though.
Yes, and it's by Lisa Cross Smith.
Yeah.
And it's called Half Blown Rose.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And you read that one cover to cover.
The whole thing.
You read the whole thing.
And
didn't DNF it.
I said it before. The ending.
Yeah.
The ending of the book just
left you.
It kind of fell flat for me. It didn't really end.
Wow.
Like it's almost like it's still hanging.
And maybe that was on purpose?
I don't know. But I invited the page turners who might have read this to maybe help me out, because maybe I missed something. I don't know.
Did someone respond? I don't know.
No one responded.
Okay.
I mean, the book had its really good points.
Okay.
There was some good parts in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But all in all, it just didn't make it across the finish line for me.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of that is with first of all, it's a book based in France. And they would switch back and forth between English and French.
Okay.
That part was a little bit hard to navigate, because they go back and forth. And it was a lot of like being in cafes, being in art galleries, and walking around town and all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
And that was difficult in its own way.
Okay.
I understood it lent to the story, but still, there were things happening in different parts of the world. That part, but then the ending where you expected this climactic close,
You didn't
and
get it.
Just didn't
You
happen.
didn't get it.
It didn't happen, and so that's the part.
Okay.
That just the ending, because
Yeah.
you all know how much I like a good ending, right? One of the reasons I enjoy The Silent Patient so much, the ending.
Yeah.
Right.
That was
This
a great
just
ending.
didn't close it out very
was
well,
like a
in my
whoa.
opinion. And so it's one of the ones that I liked,
Yeah.
but I didn't love.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way. I liked it, but I didn't love it.
And usually those that leave you hanging are usually series. You know, you want to
be.
leave them hanging.
Could be.
But I don't know if that's going to be a series or not.
I don't know. I don't know. I would say that it should be, because
Okay.
of just the way it ended.
It ended. Okay.
It just left me kind of wondering, well, what happened?
Wow.
So anyway,
Okay.
yeah, that's where we are with that one.
All right. Well, my last one, we've talked about this one. I so wanted to love this book. And this book has great meaning. It has a great, I mean, it's supposed to have been like 4 to 5 stars.
Right.
But for me, it was all over the place.
Wow.
And maybe it's the style of writing that maybe I need to dig more into and get used to from this author. I'm not sure. He's got other books, but I have not read them. Again, great message, moral. But just to me, I was bouncing from one person or one character to the next, or one thing to the next, and it was just hard to sometimes follow.
Got it.
There was a storyline. It was understandable. You know, I knew what was going on. It had a central character, but it was just, I don't know what it was. Page turners. A lot of you have read this book. Help me. Tell me either it's something, you know, that I'm missing, or just tell me what you thought. Help me with this one. Some of you did comment, and a lot of you did say, hey, you're not off with this one.
Right.
So that kind of helped me too, because I'm still going to read books by this author. This was just really, really a struggle for me.
Okay.
And I got it in large print. Such a beautiful cover, by the way. And it's The Heaven and Earth Grocery Store by James McBride. I got the large print, and because I love the floppiness. And it was so nice to read, you know, just holding on to it in the large print. But it was a struggle for me. I did get the moral, I did get the gist of it, but it was just,
I'm shaking my head.
I struggled with this book.
I'm shaking my head because...
But I would love for you to read this, Paul, because...
I read reviews.
Okay.
And the reviews pretty much said the same thing that you're saying.
Okay.
That it was just a lot to follow.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah. That was one of the things it said. There was so many characters.
And I've read books with lots of characters.
Right.
Okay. But I guess they were easier to flow and follow. It just kept going and going and going. And it was hard for me to go back and forth and really get back to the central. But, you know, hey, James McBride is one of the well-known authors of our time and beyond. So, you know, I will read any of his books again. it was a struggle for me. Yeah. And I was so looking forward to loving this book.
Wow. Now, this one's going to surprise you.
Okay.
Because I so wanted to love this book. I've not finished it yet. And That's rare when
Okay.
I read one of this author's books.
Okay.
Because when I start one of this author's books, I generally go right on through it. I
Right.
don't stop.
Right.
I'll have to say that I just don't love it.
Okay.
And I wanted to. And
Okay.
in some of my earlier reviews about it, I wanted to love it.
Okay.
Right? And I think I gave it a little something extra.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to love it because I couldn't believe I didn't.
Gotcha.
And you like it darker.
Oh, you did finish it.
I didn't finish it.
You couldn't finish it.
I'm
You
going
DNF'd
to.
it.
I'm going to.
But for now,
I
you
am
had to put
going
it
to
down.
because maybe. But so, all right, what's interesting about this book, and I think I said it before, is it's a group of short stories.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's
yeah.
not just one story.
Full book.
It's a
Yeah.
group of short stories. And a couple of them were pretty entertaining. And then others,
Not
so much.
Gotcha.
And it just doesn't seem to be in his style of writing.
Wow.
It was like he did something different, did something new. And it could be me.
Okay.
It could just be that I am so accustomed to a certain style by
From
him
that author.
that
yeah.
I just can't
I
adjust
got
to
you.
reading something
I
else.
totally understand.
So I'm not blaming him on this.
Oh gosh, no.
Because he's my favorite.
And he won
right?
awards for that one.
Yeah, but it's just me. Maybe I'm just unable to make the transition
Into his short stories.
Right, because
yeah.
when I'm reading a book like Holly
Yeah,
and Pet
that
Cemetery
you really enjoy.
and all of those books that I've read over the years, I'm like, yes, and I'm locked in.
Gotcha.
This book, I just couldn't do it. And maybe, again, because A, it's a group of short stories.
Probably.
B, the stories are so different and varied. One was like a crime thing. One was like science fiction.
Wow.
Like, it's so different. The genre mix
Gotcha.
and everything is so diverse.
Yeah.
And you would think that I would really, really
Oh yeah,
love
eat that up, but
I just
couldn't flow with it. Yeah.
Thus far, I just haven't loved it.
Okay.
And I think that's why the title is books we were surprised we didn't love, because maybe we did like it.
Yeah.
But I think
yeah.
that these books I went in wanting to love them.
Oh, it was the expectation that they were
Yeah.
going to be 5 stars.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And a 5-star book is
That's
a book
what it
that you
is.
absolutely enjoy
That's
to
what it is.
perfection.
That's what it is.
For us, a
That's what it
5-star is a perfect book.
Right.
Because
right.
it could be 4, it could be 4.5, but
Right.
a 5-star,
Right.
if we give it a 5,
Right.
it hit it checked off all the boxes.
And I think that's it. That I was looking for a 4 to 5 star.
Yeah.
And I was just it didn't hit that.
2, yeah.
And so
2.5.
I just
Yeah.
didn't love it. I didn't love it. So there
That's
it is.
the way it goes.
And that's the way it goes.
That's the way it goes.
You know, I mean, and maybe I'll read it again and I'll be in a different
That's
space.
how I feel.
And I might like it. I mean,
That's how
I
I
might
feel.
love it. I might go from liking to love, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
We'll see. But for
We'll
now,
see.
this
But
is
for
where
now,
we stand.
We didn't love it. All right. Everybody, please. You asked us to flip it.
Thank you.
And so we did.
We did it.
And so we're asking you to flip it with us.
Please flip it with us.
Down in the comment section, let us know about the books that you were surprised you did not love. All right? Let us know which books those were for you.
Please do.
And along with that, would you please tell us?
What pages are you turning?
Yeah. We'd
Let us
like to
know.
know what pages you are turning, all right? So, as always, we're going to ask you to do us a favor. Give us a thumbs up
Thank you.
on this video. Like
Give us
it
a like,
if
y'all.
you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Please share with your friends and your family who also enjoy reading books, all right? And if you have not already, subscribe to the channel.
Please.
All right? We're going to keep these videos coming, all right?
Yes, we are.
And hit that notification bell.
Yeah.
So that you know when we're back with another video. Babe, this has also been another
This
fun
was
video.
good. I enjoyed this one.
Yeah, me too.
Because I think sometimes we have these high expectations.
Yep.
But I also think it's good to sometimes channels, where everything's good.
Right.
But everything's not good.
No. Or let's just say we don't feel the same about every book.
We don't.
And that's just real.
Right.
That's just real.
It's
not
just
saying
real.
that the book is bad.
No, that's not what we're saying at all today on this channel.
Just saying that
didn't touch me.
We just didn't.
I just
feel
didn't
it.
enjoy it.
Yeah. That's all.
It's subjective.
That's all. Like some people like egg salad.
And I love egg salad.
I don't like egg salad.
I think you'd ought to try it.
I like onions on my pizza.
I hate onions on my pizza.
You see what I'm saying?
That's disgusting.
It just goes to show how different we are, how diverse our tastes are.
Yeah. And spice of life.
Yeah, for me. Yeah, that's all I got to say.
This has been fun.
Listen, everybody, thank y'all for hanging out
Thank
with
y'all
us.
so much.
All right? And until next time, everybody, you know what you're supposed to do, right? Keep turning
Those pages.
See you next time.
Bye, y'all. Take care.
Peace.